Hey guys, today we're going to do a video on Squad 12 with Nemuto Tsuchi, Hiyori Sarigake, did not know her last name there. I probably should have known that, but still whatever. Mayuri Tsuchi and Tiste Urahara. So, to keep down the time I have to edit, let's get on. So the 12th Division is in charge of handling and storing research and anything else that has been found. Also, 100 years ago, the previous captain created the Department of Research and Development, which is just a crazy place filled with lab experiments. Before this time, the 12th Division wasn't really known for anything else, like Squads 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 13. Well, I mean, they do have things about them, since I've mentioned them in other videos, but people don't really know anything about them. I mean, I got mine from a very, very, very reliable source, like, you don't even know. And it definitely wasn't a random page I found on Google. Of course not, I would never do that to you guys. Never. Why are you looking at me like that? No, whatever. So, Nemu Turotsuchi is the lieutenant of the 12th Division, and also the creation of Mayuri Turotsuchi, and has been constantly punished and abused by him. Wow. We really, really, really need to call child services, or childline. What's the number for childline again? Who cares? Wait, is she a fully grown adult? I think she is. I don't even know. Speaking of adults, what is the age like in Soul Society? Because there have been things going around which is like the age is times 10. So like Yama looks about 100 years old, so he's over 1,000. Although he's been around since the start of the Soul Society, so he's more like 900,000 years old. Or at least 9. Or at least like 3,000. It must be. And then there's Shunsui Kyoraku, who's been around for quite a while and looks about like he's 30 or 40. 45 at most, I mean. So, even without Nemu having the Zanpakuto toe, or she might have one, we don't really know, she does have some interesting abilities, such as being immune to Mayuri's bankai's poison since she's a part of Mayuri, and Mayuri is resistant to his own bankai. Just imagine that Mayuri uses his bankai and gets bloody poisoned by it. He'd have to bring a gas mask everywhere with him. Although, he may have just created a serum and injected himself with it so that he becomes immune to his own bankai anyway. Hey, that could have happened. Maybe he always was immune to his own bankai, but then he implanted himself with an injection, so he is immune to his bankai. That would make a lot of sense, don't you think? Let's get on to the rest of her abilities. Like, one is Teidoriru, where she's able to turn her hand into a giant drill, which can just about cut through most things, at least, maybe anything. Apart from like that Seki rock or whatever the hell it's called, which apparently is immune to Reiatsu, but I'm not sure about that. I need to rewatch Bleach, which is pretty hard because, you know, it's like 366 episodes, minus the 100 episodes of filler. That's like 240 or something. Also, she has superhuman strength above most people. Let's say stronger than Byakuya, but weaker than Komamura. Because of Komamura's giant strength, he is probably the physically strongest character in the Bleach universe, if not the strongest. In like physical prowess, not in power. Because we all know Komamura versus Aizen, he just got black coffined in the Soul Society arc. Now, Konpaku Sesaku, with this, Nemu is able to cut off part of her soul and use it in a Reiatsu attack. And finally, Dekon Jurinju, where she can sacrifice 6% of her soul to her opponent in battle. I don't know why she would do this, but who cares? I'm just taking this off a fandom webpage, so don't get mad at me if I do anything wrong. Now, Hiyori Sarigake was the lieutenant of the 12th Division over 100 years ago, being the lieutenant of Kiryu Hujifune and later Tiste Urahara. She affectionately calls people Baldy, even though they have loads of hair on their head. But I'm pretty sure this is what she means by it. I think she means that they have a bald face because the people she calls Baldy always have no facial hair. So, wait, could you say that to Yama? Because he's bald on his head, but he has a lot of facial hair. Now, she does have a Shikai, although it is almost completely unknown. So, here it is. When transformed, her Shikai turns into a giant cleaver with serrated saw blades, and the release command for a Zanpakuto, which is called Kuribikiri Orochi, I probably butchered up that, is chop cleanly in sub and butcher them in dub. Oh, dub, why you gotta go? Why? Why you just try to mess all the things up? This would have been nice and smooth, then you start to ruin it. I'm joking. I mean, I started off with dub because Bleach is one of the first anime I watched, and think about it, you start with dub, then you move on to sub, as most people do. I have watched both of them, but, you know, dub's a bit stupid sometimes. I mean, they changed the word from Soul Reaper to Shinigami. Sorry, changed the word from Shinigami to Soul Reaper. Although, one is like Death Note, where they said Shinigami. It didn't change to God of Death or anything like that in the dub, which is weird. Also, Death Note is actually my first anime I watched, so yes, I watched it in dub. Don't kill me, please. Now, Mayuri Kuratsuchi is straight up one of the most intelligent beings in Bleach, but not the most because he is behind Kisuke Urahara, Sosuke Aizen, and Ichibei. I don't know Ichibei's last name, but he definitely is smart, that's for sure. Now, Mayuri is the only one with such great and funny outfits, it'd be rude just to not do a segment on it. Now, about 100 years ago, he started out with completely white skin, short blue hair, and some weird golden things sticking out of his ears. Because, well, you know, he doesn't even have ears anymore, so he has a black strip across his eyes. So, no, his face wasn't completely white. I need to do my strips better. Now, number 2, in the Soul Society arc, he still has his body covered in white, but the middle of his face is black around his eyes and his mouth. Also, he wore a very long white hat, which was red on the inside. I can guess that his hair was short at this time because you can't see it at all. And lastly, he wore a purple scarf around his neck, which he seems to love now. In the Arrancar arc, his hair has been grown out loads, which doesn't really make sense because his hair is so much longer, although it has only been about a month. He also put gold around the edge of his face and on his forehead. And chin, his face is almost completely black apart from the middle of his forehead to his nose. His bottom lip to his chin, and some squares at the edge of his face. He also still wears that same scarf, also he looks a lot like a pharaoh. So this is what I call the pharaoh costume. Now, the first one of the 1000 Year Blood War arc, with this, he makes his face black with small white strips across him. He also wears gold around his face, again, all the way down to his back. It also covers his Captain's Hayuri. So what would you do if it covers your Captain Hayuri squad symbol? Would you just make it shorter? Oh, no. Mayuri is too clever to do that. He just simply paints the Squad 12 logo onto this gold hair thing. I don't know why. That's just Mayuri. You can't predict Mayuri. That's literally impossible. Okay, so for this one, okay, what the hell? I mean, you wake up one morning and you think, hey, I got an idea. Why don't I go and become Sun God Mayuri? That's it. That's who I'll be today. Sun God Mayuri. Sorry, headphone users. Now, Mayuri has made so many inventions, like, seriously, I'm looking on the fandom page, and that's basically where I got all my information, as I said earlier. But it's like the equivalent of like 3 full pages. Now, Niku Bakudan? Hey, wasn't that a game where like the little balls which like you throw on the ground, it turns into like a monster? That was the best game. I think it was an anime first, wasn't it? I'm not really sure. Oh, those were best. They had like those weird mats and like it's like go Bakugan. I don't really know. I've not played in ages. Now, why don't we get back to the actual thing? I'm just really annoyed. Now, Nitu Bakudan is a bomb which he's implanted into the bodies of his subordinates, and these bombs are really powerful too, like able to explode most of them just with one of them. Now, Hojituzai is a regenerative serum that can make just about anything regrow. He even made his arm regenerate with it. Now that's just OP, don't you think? Now, he was able to create his daughter, which was his best invention, which is made by using his own DNA, who is, of course, Nemu Kuretsuchi, who we talked about earlier. He could also create a balance sensor, but it was not as good as TK's balance sensor, that was made for mod souls. And it is a common trope in the series that Mayuri always gets outshined by Kisuke, because, Kisuke is literally the smartest character in the entire series. He and his squad were responsible for creating the fake Karakura town, which is weird because I always thought it was Kisuke who did it. But, who cares? He made a superhuman drug that he tested on Silopodogrants, which apparently can slow your perception of time, so it makes 1 second feel like 100 years. Just imagine getting stabbed. This is when he got stabbed. He felt the pain of a sword slowly piercing through his flesh. For centuries upon centuries. My god, this guy is so sadistic. My god. And why have they not killed him yet? Who knows? No, he made an alarm car landmine designed for only alarm cars, and once it senses one, it detonates. So, it won't, kill a Shinigami. Now, he created a thought inhibitor drug. When he injected this, the drug can stop all thought processes from occurring and makes them lose all control over motor functions. This can be used via Mayuri's bankai. Mayuri deduced that the Vandenreich had something to do with shadows, so he made clothing that would make it so no shadows would appear in his room. And I think that's the Sun God Mayuri look. So I guess there was a use for it. Who cares? I'm just gonna still call him Sun God Mayuri, because, just look at him. He is the Sun God Mayuri. Now, he made a post-cognition drug. This makes the opponent experience a time loop inside their mind, where every time they kill Mayuri, they go back in time, although if you go back more than 10 minutes at a time, this will make the user paralyzed for 30 seconds. I feel like I've seen that before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was there before once. I really wonder what it's about. Nope, I can't remember anything. So we made a Ryatsu amplifier, which is a machine that can amplify a Shinigami's Ryatsu. Isn't that a bit OP? Would you not say? No? Just me? Whatever. Now they made Ryatsu restraining material. This is a black material used on Aizen to limit his Ryatsu. They use this for prisoners in Muten. It can also withstand a Haro number 90, Torihitsuji, or Torihitsuji. Isn't that Black Butler in Japanese? Sorry, Torihitsuji, aka Black Coffin. Now to Hiran Hyaku shoes. This way he can mimic the Quincy ability Hiran Hyaku, which is what allows them to move at high speeds by riding the reishi below their feet. I don't know why they would need to do that, because they have Flash Step, which is just as good. Sorry, Flash Step in dub, Shunpo in sub. I'm pretty sure. I don't really remember much of this sub, because, I just skipped through it, because, I'd already seen it. And finally, a nerve freezing agent, which is a drug injected into the nerves to freeze any organs connected to those nerves. Eyelids will remain open, hearts will not expand or contract, and you'll be unable to shut your mouth. Ugh, it's horrible. My god, we haven't even gone on to his Shikai yet, and that's amazing because we still aren't gone on to it. We're going to talk about his own body modifications. So, Niku Shibuki. This is where he stabs himself with an unreleased sword to turn himself into some invincible goo, which he used against Uryu Ishida in the Soul Society arc. That's what I remember, I'm pretty sure. Now to Jebarakaina. With this, his arm is able to extend out and turn into a grappling hook, which I gotta admit is pretty useful, but I don't know why I would really want to do that. Now, the hidden Tusaridami. With this, you can pull a scythe out of a cone where its ear would be. And finally, Nisahara. This is pretty cool. With this, he's able to blend in with any colours in the background. I don't really know how far this can go, though. So, let's just go on with it. Now, we are finally going to talk about his Shikai after 17 pages of this. Also, one thing before we talk about is, he keeps his Zanpakuto in between his legs. I mean, it must be hard to walk with that there, don't you think? It's like your thing keeps bashing into your sword. That must be really painful. So when transforms, his Zanpakuto turns golden with Ashiso Dijizo's face onto it, and 3 protruding spikes. This Zanpakuto allows him to paralyze anyone he touches, like an anesthetic, but he can feel anything that happens to them, and that's how sadistic he is. Even his Zanpakuto is sadistic. That's just... no, that's not okay, okay? The release command for Ashiso Dijizo is RIP. Now to Bankai. Mayuri's Bankai is called Konjiki Ashiso Dijizo, and is confirmed the weirdest Bankai in existence. So here it is. It turns into a giant yellow slug with a red cape and a baby on it. The special ability of this is that it can emit poison gas that only Mayuri and Nemu are immune to. Although there is a cure for this in Nemu's lieutenant badge, which Nemu gave to Uryu Ishida in the Soul Society arc when he kinda defeated Mayuri. Quotation marks there. It has retractable blades, which can sprout multiple giant blades from its chest. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, Konjiki Ashiso Dijizo Matai Fukuin Shotai. That is really hard to say. It took me about 3 times just to say that. With this modified Bankai, Konjiki Ashiso Dijizo can transform into, well, it's basically a Buddha baby. And this modified Bankai is able to counter abilities when Mayuri sends information to it. Now that we've finally finished with Mayuri, we can now go on to the final person in Squad 12, Kisuke Urahara. Now, Kisuke Urahara is without a doubt the smartest character in the entire Bleach universe, and has made things to outsmart Mayuri, and I can tell how smart he is, and also he could probably kill Sosuke Aizen if he didn't have a Hojoku and became a dot. I mean, he already kind of did, but then, boom, Hojoku, I'm alive again, fuck you, die. And that's basically how he defeated Urahara. Now, Urahara used to be the 3rd seat of Squad 2 when Yoroichi was the captain. The 3rd seat of Squad 2 has the duty of taking care of a maggot's nest, which is a place where the dangerous, discharged and retired Shinigami go. So when he became captain of Squad 12, he turned his people into members of the Department of Research and Development. Also, Mayuri was here, and was so dangerous that he had to be confined on his own. He had created something called the Hojoku, which he thought could bridge the gap between Shinigami and Hollow, but this just isn't true. It helps the owner of the Hojoku with his ultimate goal, but cannot reach it for you. Sosuke Aizen was able to use it to hollowfy Shinji Hirato, Love Aikawa, Rojiro Otobarashi, Tensei Murarama, Mashiro Kuna, Lisa Yaramaru, and Toyori Sarigake. He got framed for this and got banished to the world of the living indefinitely. I mean, until recently. Before we talk about his Shikai, he's an ultimate Kido expert, being able to easily use 90 plus level Hado and Bakudo. So his Shikai is called Benihime, and it's a Kido type Zanpakuto, which produces crimson coloured energy blast. So onto the abilities. Nake Benihime, this is when he fires a really strong energy blast, which is able to cancel out a Zero Blast from, I'm pretty sure it was Yami Realdo, the number 10, or number 0 Espada. Now, Chikasumi no Tate, this forms a hexagonal shaped barrier, just like a Bakudo. Now, Shibari Benihime, this is when he blasts a condensed energy beam in the form of a blood red net that can trap people, and when he slashes Benihime, it gets much tighter every time. Isn't that just, well, beautiful? Hiyasobi Benihime Juzuetsu Nagi. I probably butchered up that so badly, but who cares? When he uses Shibari and stabs the net, creating fire orbs outside the length of the net, which explodes like landmines. Now his bankai is called Kanabaraki Benihime Aratame, where it takes the form of a woman with crimson hair. Also, he was able to reach bankai in 3 days in the way that Ichigo did. Now the special ability of this bankai is that it can deconstruct then reconstruct anything, and when it has been reconstructed it gets more powerful and can be used as a form of healing, which is pretty cool. Wait, deconstruction, reconstruction. Does this mean that Kisuke Urahara is an alchemist? What kind of alchemist would he be called? Like the full metal alchemist, the flame alchemist, the sound life alchemist? Whatever alchemists are there. What was Kimberly called? Also, if you've not seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, you really need to, because it is so good. You do not understand. So guys, I really hope you enjoy this video. It was really long, so I'll be doing a video on Ruchi Akutsuki and Jushiro Uchitate. And maybe someone else as well, so be looking forward to that. And peace out.